You're getting frustrated because you're trying to wear press-on nails and as soon as you put them on, they pop off doing the littlest task, then I'm gonna share with you some of my favorite hacks on how to get press-on nails to last for 3 weeks. And if you guys want to hear more hacks, tips, tutorials, all of those things, go follow me over on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. That way you don't lose me in case TikTok gets banned. My socials are linked on my page. Tip number 1 is you need to be prepping your nails like a salon would if you want them to stick. Push back your cuticles, buff your nails really good, and then you also might need to use acetone if you have oily nails. So you can dehydrate your nails with acetone. You can apply the acetone to like the inside of the press-on, let it dry. Any of those steps will work. And then last step is always rubbing alcohol to remove bacteria and any last standing dirt, dust, or oils that are on your nails. Tip number 2 is wearing a nail that fits correctly. So this goes in with sizing. If you're wearing a nail that is even slightly too big for your nail plate, it'll pop off super easily no matter what prep you do. Sizing is kind of a learning curve. You just got to keep messing with it until you get the size that fits. Tip number 3 is making sure that you're applying them correctly to get a good seal. I like to use a brush-on glue. It's just easier to work with. And I will apply glue in the middle of the press-on and then in the middle of my natural nail. I use a good amount because you obviously need enough glue to hold it there. I will line it up with my cuticle and slowly push it down at a 45-degree angle. Now, this next step is where I feel a lot of people miss the mark. Instead of just holding the press-on in the center, try holding it at the edges because the edges is where the seal of the press-on is, and that is how you avoid water, oils, and things like that getting under your press-on and popping it off. So I like to hold mine with very gentle pressure. Don't push hard. That's another thing people do is they push so hard on the press-on and then it's just pushing all the glue out. Then it's not under the nail anymore. So hold it at the edges for 30 seconds and then do not get your nails wet for at least 1 hour minimum after you apply them. Because if the glue is still tacky and you're getting them wet or applying cuticle oil, it's gonna break the glue down before it even had a chance to harden. So then they're gonna pop off really easy. And the very last tip, which is probably the most important that people really don't think is a big deal, is using a good brand of products. If you're using cheap drugstore nails that are going to literally bend like paper when you put them on, they're not gonna hold up. So I have started investing in good press-ons. These are like $14 to $16. You can reuse them and they have sales all the time where you can save a little bit of money. I think they have one right now actually. But these do not bend, do not crack, do not pop off, and they do not snag my hair. Want to try the brand I use? I have it on my page for you like always, but hopefully those tips help and that way you can try press-ons again with a vengeance.